We're going to start this class on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana. So find your way to your backs. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your legs just fall open. And bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And shut down your eyes. As we lay in this position and allow our hips to open up, I want you to keep your mind open to what's possible. To allow yourself to try poses without judgment. And if you can't do them, not to be defeated, but to be encouraged, to be inspired of what is possible. Take 5 more cleansing breaths. And bring your knees together. We will, if you have a strap, you can grab your strap. If you don't, that's okay. You don't need one. We'll bend our left leg and place the strap on your right foot. If you don't have a strap, just hold the back of your leg. And so we'll bend and straighten our leg. Hold on to the strap, or if your hands are on the back of your leg, just support your leg. Just moving through a little dynamic movement here. Now hold your leg up, extend your left leg long. You can point and flex your right foot. See if you can draw your right leg a little bit closer to your chest. Don't force it, just go to your first point of resistance. It's very early in the class. Now hold on to the strap and let your leg fall out to the side. Place your left hand on your left hip to keep that hip grounded down. And if you don't have a strap, you can hold on to your toes or even just support your leg with your hand. And now we'll return it to center and let it cross over your left side body. And if you don't have a strap, you can just support it with your left hand. And return to center. Take the strap off your right foot, switch sides, place the sole of your right foot down, and bend and straighten your left leg. And bring your left leg in towards your chest, and you can point and flex your left foot. Remember, don't force this position. Just let it be wherever it's at right now. And you can straighten your right leg. Feel a little bit deeper of a stretch here. Place the strap in your left hand, ground your right hand on your right hip, and open your left leg out to the side. Inhale, bring your leg back up and cross it over to the right. And return to center. Remove the strap from your foot and place it off to the side. And we're going to roll up to tabletop position, or however you want to get to tabletop position. I will meet you there. So place your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we'll just dive into a little cat-cow here. Lift your gaze, drop your belly. On your exhale, push the floor away. Inhale, look up. Exhale, push away. Like protract your shoulders. Inhale, breathe in. And on your exhale, push away. And return to a neutral spine. Extend your right leg out to the side, toes pointing forward, and we'll rock back and forth for an adductor stretch. And sit back, reach your hands forward. And press into your hands, roll up and ground your right hand down and sweep your left hand underneath and extend your right arm long. And pull your shoulder blades away from your spine so you feel a nice stretch along your upper back here. Place your right hand underneath your shoulder. Return your left hand down. Inhale, rise up. On your exhale, place your hand on your right leg. Reach your left arm over, gate pose. Now externally rotate your right leg. Place your right hand on the ground. Reach your left hand up and over. Modified extended side angle. Press your right arm into your right leg. Create little resistance there. Circle your left arm down and around. Ground it behind you, back where your left foot is. Take your right hand, sweep it up and over for a modified wild thing. Gaze at your hand, squeeze your glutes. Feel it stretch deepen along the front side of your hips here. And circle your right hand back down and around. Return to tabletop. Place your right leg in and extend your left leg out, toes pointing forward. Shift your weight back and forth. And hold back, extend your arms long for this child adductor combo here. Press into your hands, roll up. Ground your left hand down, take your right hand, thread it through, extend your left hand long, tent the fingers of your left hand. Roll away so you feel that stretch. Envision your shoulder blades pulling away from your spine. Place your left hand underneath your left shoulder and return your right hand down. Inhale, rise up. On your exhale, place your left hand on your left leg. Reach your right arm up and over, gate pose. Externally rotate your left leg. Place your left hand on the inside of your left leg. Reach your right arm up, modified extended side angle. On your exhale, sweep your right hand down and around, straighten your left leg. Place your right hand back where your right foot is. Inhale, sweep your left hand up and reach towards the back of the room. Squeeze your glutes. Breathe in, open up. And on your exhale, circle back down and around. Ground your hands down. Return to tabletop position. Tuck your toes, press into your hands, come into turbo dog. Chest to thighs, push the floor away. And drop your heels, downward facing dog. And just take a moment and let's pedal out that dog. I always love to pedal out in the first down dog. And just breathe into it. Each movement, move with your breath. And when you're ready, find stillness. Ground your left foot down. Inhale, sweep your right leg up, three-legged dog. Bring your knee to your nose, plant your foot, drop your back knee. Inhale, rise up, low lunge. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Squeeze your left glute. Feel that hip stretch a little bit more as you squeeze the opposing muscle here. On your exhale, shift your weight back, runner stretch. Lead with your chest, your sternums forward. We're not bent here. We have an anterior position of our pelvis, leading with our chest. Take your right foot and drag it back. Contract your right quad. Hold this contraction. And now release, relax that, and just let yourself sink a little bit more. This is a PNF technique. Shift your weight back, forward, ground your hands down, lift your back leg, runner stretch. So sternum's drawing forward. We'll bump our back leg up to pyramid, flex your right foot, ground your right foot down and step back for pyramid pulses. Pump up and back. So our peak pose today takes quite a bit of flexibility. So we're working some dynamic stretches here, as not just static, right? We really want to open up. And ground down to our runner's lunge. Hold here. Lead with your chest. Squeeze your left glute. And bump your back leg up, pyramid pose. Externally rotate your back foot to about 11 o'clock. Lead with your chest. Ground your hands down. Step your back foot back a little bit and slide your right foot back. Three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open up your hips, scorpion. Push equally through both hands. Come onto your left tippy toes. Bring your right knee to your right elbow and then plant your foot down. Drop your back knee. And we'll lower down to lizard. So you can bring your forearms to the ground if that's available to you. If that is not, if that's too deep of a stretch, we can place our forearms on a block or two, or you can even stay on your hands. So whatever feels good to you. If you're on a block, maybe just stay here for a moment. Let your body release a little bit. And when you feel like maybe you could go deeper, you can remove the block. Draw your sternum forward. Just let your body open. You can even let your foot roll out to the side. So you can see my knee, my foot rolls out to the side, or you can keep it flat. Everybody's pelvis is a different shape, so this is more comfortable for me, just based on the shape of my pelvis. It took a while for me to figure that one out. So whatever feels good to you. Now take your left hand and bring it over towards your right foot. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and around. Bend your left knee, roll off your kneecap, and gaze up. Grab onto your foot, kick your foot into hand, hand into foot. You'll feel a really big quad stretch here. Just breathe nice and easy. And release this bind. Ground your right hand down and your left hand. Step your right foot back, plank pose. Option to flow. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you're going to take a chaturanga, shift your weight forward. Bend your arms to a 90-degree angle. Press up, upward facing dog. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. There's always the option to not move through chaturanga and just meet in down dog. And just breathe. Tune into your body, see how one side might feel different than the other. And on your next inhale, sweep your left leg up, three-legged dog. Bring your knee to your nose. Plant your foot, drop your back knee, inhale, rise up, low lunge. Squeeze your right glute. On your exhale, shift your weight back, flex your foot, lead with your chest. Draw your left foot back, engage your left quad. You can even tap your quad to kind of fire up that engagement, remind what it's supposed to do. So when you engage the opposing muscle, you will stretch the opposite one. And now relax that engagement and just let your body relax into it. So we'll sink a little bit deeper, tricking our brains into getting a little bit deeper here. Nice, easy breath. Always when we're working our flexibility, we want to relax our breath, relax our face, sending messages to our brain that we're okay, it's all right. Shift your weight forward, runner's lunge. Lead with your chest. Bump your back foot up, flex your left foot, and then step back, pyramid pulses. And this time we'll hold back, engage your right glute. Step your right foot back, externally rotate your foot, pyramid. Lead with your chest. And ground your hands down, step your right foot back just a smidge, lift up, three-legged dog. Open up your hips, scorpion. Shift your weight forward, bring your left knee to meet your left elbow, and then plant your foot on the outside of your left hand. And we'll lower down into our lizard, so your fullest expression, whatever that looks like for you. For the longest time, I used a block and I couldn't even get to the floor. And it's okay. It's all right to, I don't even want to say modify. It's all right to use assistance. It's all right to take your time and to listen to your body and slowly find your way into a pose. Bring your right hand over towards your left. Bend your right knee. Reach around, grab onto your right leg, dragon. Release this bind. Place your left hand down. Place your right hand down. Lift your back leg. Step back. Plank pose. Shift your weight forward. Move through chaturanga or meet me in down dog. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left foot up, three-legged dog. Place your foot between your hands, rise up, crescent lunge. Take a moment to set up this lunge. Feet are parallel. Lift your back heel up, stack it over your toes. If you need to, you can bend your back leg, that's all right. Stack shoulders over hips, reach your hands up, really activate your hands, sink down. Inhale, warrior two. The heel of your left foot will intersect the arch of your right foot in a straight line. Gaze out over your left hand. Sink into this warrior. Tuck your left hip under. One more breath. And on your inhale, straighten your left leg, externally rotate your right leg, sit down into Skandasana. Flex your left foot, engage your left quad. Inhale, sweep your arms open. If you're able to, internally rotate and take a bind. And then gently sit your seat down. Take your left hand, place it on your right leg. Tuck your left arm under. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and over. If you can grab your foot, great. If you can't, no big deal. You can reach to the opposite room, or you can use a strap and hook it onto your foot. And release this bind. Bring your hands to prayer. Shift your weight forward, back to Skandasana, and shift up to warrior two. So I'm going to give you a couple options. So we can go into extended side angle, placing your forearm on your leg. Reach your right arm up and over. Or you can place your arm on the inside of your leg to floor or block. Reach your right arm up and over. If you're here, you just want to make sure you're open up and not turning in like this. So we want the fullest expression. If you want to test out your flexibility here, you can ground your left hand down. Take your right hand to the outside of your foot and extend. You can take a moment and play there, and we'll all meet back in extended side angle. Now place your right hand on the ground, hips parallel to the floor. Inhale, sweep your left arm up, gaze at your left hand. Take your two peace fingers of your left hand, hook them onto your left toe, and we can go into side plank here. If this is not available to you, you can just go into side plank, and we'll all meet in side plank. Push the floor away. Place your left hand on the ground. Plank pose. Option to flow, or we can just meet in downward facing dog. See, nice big deep breaths here. Ground your left foot down. Inhale, sweep your right leg up. Bring your knee to your nose. Plant your foot. Rise up, crescent lunge. Stack shoulders over hips. Heel over toes. Sink down. activate your hands. Open up, warrior two. Tuck your right hip under, gaze out over your right hand. Pinky toe edge parallel to the end of the mat. Inhale, lift up, externally rotate your left leg, Skandasana. Flex your right foot, engage your right quad. Option to take a bind here. Internally rotate your arms, lift your gaze. And we can gently lower down to our seat. Take your right hand, place it on your left leg. Inhale, sweep your left arm up and over. And release this bind. Bring your hands to prayer. Lift your seat and press back up to warrior two. So here we're going into our options, our extended side angle, wherever you're at today. If you want to test your flexibility, place your hand behind your right leg. Take your left hand and hold it onto the outside of your right foot and lift up. Ground your foot down. Return to extended side angle. Square off your hips, plant your left hand on the ground. Inhale, sweep your right arm up, gaze at your hand. So we're moving into side plank, your fullest expression. You want, take your two peace fingers, hold on to your big toe, lift up, and release down. Push the floor away, lift those hips up. On your exhale, place your right hand down. Plank pose, option to flow. And meet in downward facing dog. Big breaths here. Come onto your tippy toes and walk your feet up to your hands. Lift, hike up each hip as you move your feet up to your hands. It's like a little nerve flossing. And we'll find our way into a ragdoll. Bring your hands to opposite elbows. Drop the crown of your head. You can wave from side to side. Or just find stillness. Release this bind. Walk your toes to touch. Slight part in your heels. Inhale, chair pose. Stand up, come into stork pose. Lift your right leg. Externally rotate your hip and we'll return to a chair figure four. Set your gaze, engage your core. Inhale, rise up back to stork. Take your two peace fingers of your left hand or your strap to your foot. Extend your right leg, gaze out over your right arm. Whew. Losing my balance, it's okay. And release down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose. Rise up, stork pose. Externally rotate your left leg, figure four chair. Sit down. On your next inhale, rise up, stork pose. Take your two-piece fingers, hook them onto your toes. Extend your leg, gaze out over your left hand. And return to center. Just take mountain pose for a moment. Shut down your eyes. Palms facing forward. Just take a moment to reset. Blink open your eyes. Bend your leg. Take your two-piece fingers, hook them onto your big toe, and extend your leg out. If this is not available to you, you can bend your leg and open your leg. Otherwise, meet me here. Now we'll tuck our hip under, lift our leg up and out. Extend your left arm to counterbalance. And release down, and we'll just switch sides. Two-piece fingers to your big toe. Extend out. Tuck your hip down and under. Bring your leg out to the side. Reach your hand out. Set your gaze. Engage your core. And return to center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Chair pose. Bring your hands to your heart, and we'll drop down to a toe stand. Release your seat down to the ground. Place your hands on the floor. We're going to a reverse plank swing here. So ground your hands behind your hips and your feet, hips width distance. Push off the floor. Lift your seat, engage your glutes. And now we'll swing back, keep your seat off the ground, and move through this position. Lift up and back. And one more. And release your seat to the ground. Take your left foot, hold on to your foot. We'll do big circles. So we're coming to our peak poses. We're actually going to do two of them. Because why not? We're this open in our hips, we might as well. Take your leg like a baby and you're just going to cradle it. And just hold your leg. Remember in these peak poses to let go of any judgment. If you can't do them, that's okay. I couldn't always do them myself. But if you never try, you'll never know. Release your left foot down, and we'll take our right leg and do big circles. And then take your leg and just cradle it. Feels so good. Just rock it back and forth. So our first peak pose is compass. And I'll give you a couple options. Release your leg down. So I'll show you the modified version first, how to do it with a strap. To start, it's easier with one leg bend. So we'll bend our right leg, and you'll take your left leg, take your strap, hook it onto your left foot, and kind of hook it over your shoulder here. And as you raise your leg, you're holding onto the strap. So you're pressing your left leg into the back of your left arm and holding onto the strap. So this is a very helpful way to work into this pose. Eventually, you'll move your hand towards your foot, and you can take your hand to your foot or even your ankle. And the trick here is to really press, use your left arm as like a stabilizing arm here to help extend your leg. And if you're like, nope, I'm not doing it, you can always just stay in cradle or take an easy seat. So we'll switch sides. And eventually, well, before we switch, eventually, if you extend your right leg, you can extend your right leg too. That's an option. I just find it easier at first to bend your leg. So if you couldn't do it on your left leg, try it on your right. Your right side might be more flexible. My left side is more flexible. So I'll show you with the strap first. Hook my right leg on my shoulder, press my right arm into my right leg, and I lift up. Sometimes I can't even do this side. So I'm really grounding my hand down, pressing my right hand into my shoulder, engaging my core, straightening my leg. And release down. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna show you Shiva. This pose is so fun. I'm gonna turn around, and if this is too much, you can hang out in butterfly here and just watch and learn and observe and see where you will be one day. So I'm actually gonna just rotate my feet too. Shiva at first is easier with bent legs. We're gonna go into that reverse plank here. But first I'm going to hook my left leg on my arm. I'm gonna place my hands behind my seat, lift my seat, and maybe you're just here where you lift up and you come onto your toes. If you can, extend your leg. So I'll go through that one more time. It's a little easier to do without talking. So I'll hook up, place my hands, ground my foot down, come onto my toes of my right foot, lift up and extend, drop my head back and release down. And then we'll switch sides. This, like I said, my right side is not as flexible, so we'll see what happens today. I may or may not be able to go there. Hook your right foot on. You always want to try though, because you want to be even on both sides, right? So we'll always try to go to our fullest expression. Ooh, it doesn't feel it probably doesn't look quite as pretty either. So I'm going to come onto my left toes, lift up, extend my right leg, and even if it's just for a second, we'll come down, we'll all meet in butterfly. So as you can see, we're all our sides are different. I had no judgment towards my right side. It's just something I need to work on, and it's somewhere I'm gonna go. So be okay with wherever you're at. It's just fun. Yoga's fun. It's just let go of any and all expectation. And some days are better than others too. And we'll lift up, extend your legs long, sit in a nice tall seat, reach your arms forward, tuck your belly in, roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Come into a hollow body hold, because why not? Hold, feel your core fire up, and release down. Cross your right leg over your left. Hold on to your ankles, draw your knees towards your chest. If this is not available to you, you can do a figure four, flex your foot, and draw your left leg in towards your chest. So you choose. We'll just do a little counter. We did a lot of hip opening, so let's just counter that right now. And we'll release this bind and switch legs. And release the spine. Extend your left leg long. Hug your right knee to your chest. Cross your left leg over your right side body. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and around. Gaze at your right hand. Let your body just sink into the floor. And return to center. Extend your right leg long. Hug your left knee into your chest. Cross it over your right side body. Inhale, sweep your left arm up and around. Gaze at your left hand. And return to center. Extend your legs long. Let your feet just fall to the side. Tuck your shoulder blades under, palms facing up. Shut down your eyes. Feel the energy flowing through your body. Take several deep cleansing breaths as we unwind in Shavasana. Start to bring awareness back to your body. Tiny movements. Bend your legs. Let them fall to the side. To your right side body. Ground your left hand down. Press into your left hand and come into a tall seat. Bring your hands to your heart. Smile and be proud of anything you tried or accomplished today. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, we'll bow together. Namaste.